Hello, and welcome to the third of a series of videos showing you how to use the SolidBooks Client and Office Accounting System. As you saw in the previous two videos, we've added a client and matter record, and we've also posted a client receipt into that account. What we'll do now is a few other postings just to replicate the normal life cycle of a file. So as before, I'll go into Financial and Accounts Posting, and this time I will choose an office payment. So this is effectively posting a disbursement onto the system. Now again, just like the other batch, this is batch orientated. So again, you would put all your checks for the day on, and you can mix client and nominal checks together. So I'll put the client reference in of R12/1, press the tab key and put the reference in. This time it would be the check number 123 123. I'll put the PE in. Now if you don't know the PE, if you type the first letter, it'll use IntelliSense and it'll show you a list of all the things that you've got on here. So for instance, I could choose HM Land Registry. If you highlight it and right click, it will allow you to add a description to the auto descriptions. So if I'd typed a unique description in here, I could right click on it and choose add the description to the auto descriptions, and that would then be available every time you post any other type of batch. I can then put a narrative in for the check if I want to, and then I can put the amount in of say £100 with £20 VAT. And again, I would continue to build my batch up now by posting all the other checks that I'd had this day. Now these will go through to the office bank account individually to reflect what happens on the bank statement that you'd get when we come to do the bank reconciliation. And just like before, I will go through to the bottom and fill the batch total in, which is £120, and as you can see, the post button lights up. So I can press return and that will then post the batch. So I've now paid some money in onto client, I've done a disbursement, so the next thing to do would be to post an invoice. So if I drop this down and go to invoices and say OK, again the file number is R12/1. The reference in this case will be the bill number, the narrative and the cost figure, so I'll say £1,000. And the VAT is calculated. The disbursement of £100 plus £20 VAT. I've no work in progress at the moment, so I'll tab off the line and I can now put the total in for this batch. So if I go down to the bottom, and the total for this bill of £13.20. And again the post button's lit, so I can press return, and that's then posted that batch. So the only other thing left to do now is to pay that invoice by doing a client to office transfer. So let's select that from the drop down. So client to office, OK, and I put the reference number in again, R12/1. The reference will be the book reference, the description, no nature, and then the amount. If you look down just above the grid at the bottom, you'll see that when you go into post on a file, it shows you the relevant balances. So I can see here that I have an outstanding figure on this of £1,320. So let's pay that. £1,320. It now wants me to match because it knows I'm paying a receipt against a bill. So if I press return, you can see that in the matched column I've now got £1,320, and I can click the match button. So that is now matched, and I can press the tab key down to the bottom and put the batch total in. So that's all now posted. Let me come out of this and we'll go back into client inquiry and look at the file that we've been posting to, R12/1. So as you can see on the office and client tables now, on the first line we've got the £50,000 that we paid in. On the next line we've got the invoice that we posted, and then on the next two lines we've got the transfer. If I look at the disbursement ledger, you can see that we've got the original transaction that we posted, the original disbursement, and then we've got that disbursement included on the invoice. And as you can see, there's nothing on deposit and nothing on time. So that's a typical life cycle of the type of transactions that you post to a client. Thank you.